and give them more confidence to feel like they belong on the course and have every right that they do to be there just like anyone else, regardless of what their score or their handicap is. And we do that by helping them understand the rules and the etiquette of golf, all the protocols of where to be, where to park, where to stand. And then we get into rules depending on your level and interest in competition or just recreational. So that's what we do. And we are headed to Keene Trace, which I am so thrilled about. Such a beautiful place. I've never been to Kentucky before.
You're in for a treat, Marcela. We're going to show you all around.
Yay! I'm excited.
Yeah. Yes. Well, you say you're an average golfer, but I've been following you for a while. You're a good golfer, Marcela.
You're sweet. Thank you. You know, you have your good days and your bad days, but my score does not define me. And I love being out there with my girlfriends and my guy friends and just enjoying the lifestyle around it, the game, trying to get better, and then what happens on the 19th hole, which is kind of the most important part.
I wore my birdie shirt today because I'm like, I want to channel more birdies this year. So Marcela's going to help us. But
yes.
We've never really done an event like this at Keene. I know you take trips with your group of followers to different locations, and like I said, we followed you on Instagram, and we just thought it would be so fun to bring her here. So for our ladies, we're really excited because it'll be 2 days in April, 22nd, 23rd, and it's going to be fun. You know, I think sometimes you hear the word rules and you think, okay, that is boring, but you have totally broken that stereotype in how you educate golfers on different rules, different playing positions, different scenarios that you think you'll never be in, and then you're out there and you don't know what to do. So that's one thing that I really admire about you is you really make it fun and relatable. And so that's what I look forward to bringing here to the club for our women. And I keep telling everyone, I'm like, she talked to me for an hour on Friday night. A, she's awesome, but B, she just really has a passion, and you, I don't know, you radiate that. So I'm eager for our women to meet you because I think a lot of women who could potentially be amazing, you know, golfers, I think intimidation keeps us back sometimes. And I want them to experience all this in a fun setting and realize it's nothing to be intimidated by, you know? So anyway.
That's right. No, it's true. And the event that we're doing at Keene Trace for your members, your private club members, is a 2-day event, and you're going to give us the scoop on all those details. But I'll tell you that for the rules portion of it, we've got one little, we've got some talking during one of the evening, and then an actual on-course experience where we go out and we start in the teeing area and we talk about who tees off first and what happens if you hit your ball left and you think it might be in a penalty area, and what happens if you accidentally hit your ball while you're taking a practice swing, and what happens if it just trickles a couple feet forward. And so all those things about provisional balls and all the rules in the teeing area, the things that everyone needs to know, no matter how long you've been playing or what your, you know, as I said, your scores are. And then we go into unplayable lies and bunker rules and all of those kinds of things. And we talk about something that's really important. We'll talk about this during the dinner, which is how to handle conflict. And it happens on the golf course. It can happen for men, it can happen for women. Sometimes it happens for women a little bit more because we're just more emotional, and that's a blessing about who we are, right? That we are emotional, and that's okay. But sometimes we'll get into a conflict or a misunderstanding, or someone will just rub us the wrong way, and it can escalate into something more than what we would ever imagine would happen. And that can leave bad feelings of resentment, or sometimes people feeling like, oh, I never want to play again. I'm never going to play in a tournament again. So I have some stories about things like that have happened in real life and how we can constructively approach and kind of head off conflict. What kind of behavior and, sort of structure we can have about our game and our communication so that those things don't happen. And if they started to happen, you would know how to deal with them. So we'll talk about that in the evening in our talk as well.
4 hours in a golf cart with someone who you may have a little tip against. You got to lose that. That's good. I didn't realize that you were going to touch on that. That's really good.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Yeah. So before you get into your teaser tip, as I'm calling it, I did just want to also explain we will be doing, in addition to the dinner, so Friday night, ladies will come, they'll have a nice dinner, we'll have a few vendors to shop, new spring clothing lines, we'll have some giveaways. Marcela busted out the giveaways early, though, which is fun.
We got him. Carkella.
And then we'll have, like I said, the shopping, and then we'll reconvene Saturday morning for breakfast. And then, like you said, on-course strategy. We'll also have a pro doing some more instructional, like swing coach instruction. And then we'll finish with a little 9-hole scramble followed by lunch and awards and more giveaways. Yeah. So it'll be a lot packed into 2 days. And I just am very humbled that you're coming out here. So thank you, Marcela.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so excited. And your members will have to clear their schedules so that they can do both parts of it and just enjoy. And you've got some fun cocktails coming too, which will be really fun. I've been drinking my bourbon lately and I'm getting ready for the tasting. I'm getting my palate ready to understand it.
Right before Derby. So the mint juleps are a pretty popular drink. So
that's always really good. Well, I was just going to quickly talk about unplayable lies and what they mean. So I'll just be very quick and talk about an unplayable lie. And I was playing with the lighting in here, and my ring light didn't help. So can you see that the golf course here?
Yep.
Okay. So here we have our teeing area and a tree and some bushes. This is a bunker. And here is the green with some water over here, a red staked and yellow staked penalty area. But unplayable lies are basically something that only the golfer themselves can make that decision. So if you go, oh, I need to take an unplayable lie, and someone goes, oh, that's not unplayable, just choke down and bend your feet and da-da-da-da-da, and you go, well, maybe you can do all that, but I can't, and I don't think I can hit this ball. I don't feel like it's playable, and I don't have a lot of good options. So I'd rather take an unplayable and limit my damage to a 1-stroke penalty. And there are some options to do that. The first option is always called stroke and distance, and that's going back to the tee. So if I hit a shot and it went right into this bush, I can always go back to the tee for 1-stroke penalty, and I can tee it back up if I was in the teeing area, and that just costs 1 stroke. I can grab this ball and bring it back there, or if I don't grab that ball, or I don't want to, or I want to wait and just, you know, do it ahead of time and not wait to go up there and look for it, that's okay too. I can put another ball into play. If my ball goes into a bunker, and this happens a lot, where that's running up against the lip of the bunker and it's like plugged.
Yes.
Happens a lot.
God, so this is good for me.
Yeah, I don't have that shot most of the time, and I don't want to try it. So I can bring it back here to the teeing area again, still for a 1-stroke penalty, a stroke and distance. And then if my ball happens to be in here and I hit it into this bush and I don't feel like I have a shot, well, I have some options with the lateral relief, which is within 2 club lengths of where the ball is sitting, no closer to the hole. So you would use your driver to measure, or you can estimate, and you go 1 club length, 2 club lengths, it'll bring you out here, and then 2 this way too. 1, 2 brings you over here. So maybe you can have a shot here, but if my ball were there and I had to drop within this relief area, I'm still probably standing in that bush. So that's probably not a great option for me. And while I'm trying to figure it out, I don't touch the ball. I try to make my choice on what I'm going to do before touching that ball and moving it. So I go, well, that's probably not going to work. I'm going to be standing all over the bush and it wouldn't work. So I could also do back on the line relief. And that is taking the point between the ball where it's sitting right now and the hole, and visually looking at it and going back on this line as far back as you want to any spot that you want, and taking a drop at knee height. So if you wanted to do that, if this was a low bush and you wanted to drop back here, it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 club lengths, or even further. It could be anywhere. It could be in another fairway. But if I do that and it's a low bush, I can probably hit a little, wedge or something up onto the green here. But if maybe it's a taller bush, or it's, I just don't have that real lofty shot, well, then that might not be my best option.
Right.
But then I might, in that case, want to go back here to the teeing area. And
Right.
so then the last and most important point about unplayable lies is that you can use that rule anywhere you want on the course. You can use it in a bunker, you can use it anywhere except a penalty area. So once your ball goes into the water or crosses the red edge or yellow edge of a penalty area, once it does that, then you can't do that option. You just go under the penalty area options instead. And they have one that's very similar. Your remedy could be similar, but we just don't call it unplayable lie. We call it penalty area options.
Well, that was informative.
Yeah.
I did not know any of that. So that was yes. Okay, that is good to know. Quickly, one question. Have you seen any odd scenarios in the tournament this past weekend? That's actually finishing today at the Players. Was there anything weird that you're like, okay, crazy?
Yeah, two. One of them is really technical about marking his ball. I can't remember who it was, but he didn't mark his ball on the green. Well, he marked it, but he didn't pick it up and put it back down again. And there is something about the putting green rules that if the natural forces, meaning gravity or wind, cause your ball to move on its own before you've marked it, lifted it, and replaced it on the green, if that happens, the ball, wherever it rolls off to, is you have to play it where it lies. But if you had already marked it, lifted it, and replaced it, then if gravity, wind, whatever, in this case this weekend wind, rolls it off to the green into a penalty area, whatever, you can still replace your ball on that mark where it was originally. So that one really good. And then the other one was, can't remember who again, but taking a practice swing in the teeing area and accidentally hitting his ball because he was just too close to it. Did you see that?
No, the one that you just said, but I didn't see this one now.
Yes. And that happened. I mean, for some reason, it never happens to guys on tour, but it's happened to him like 3 times in a row, which is odd. So he's kind of laughing at himself going, oh, I hope you get that one on camera. So literally he knew that was kind of dumb for a pro. It could happen to us a little more often, but the pros, it just really doesn't happen.
Right.
But there's no penalty for that because you are inside the teeing area. So you can accidentally hit your ball, no problem. You just re-tee it.
Okay, yeah. No, but I did see the hole-in-one on 17, right, yesterday?
Yeah.
They were all hitting terrible shots, and he got up and hit the hole-in-one. I was like, that is good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was I'd probably go in if those were the conditions that they had that whole tournament. I'd probably go, oh, I'm out.
So our first year hosting the Barbasol Championship at Champions course, it rained like this all weekend long. It had a Monday finish. So a few of the guys from the tour, they're at Sawgrass right now, and they called us Friday. They're like, yep, we're having a Barbasol year. It's likely going to be a Monday finish, and just hate that. But I kind of enjoyed waking up this morning on a Monday. Oh, we have some golf to watch. It was kind of
Right, that's funny.
Yes.
Yeah. Rain, and you have to learn how to play in the rain. So I mean, it is one of those things. It could happen, and you kind of have to learn what happens to your ball, especially on the putting green, what that water and wet green will do to your ball and how much harder you have to hit it.
Oh my gosh, yes, for sure. Well, hopefully we'll have no rain in April around our event, and we will keep in touch. But thank you, Marcela, for taking time this morning.
You're welcome, and please note you can win a hat. Just follow Keene Trace, Girlfriend's Guide to Golf, and Carkella, Carkella, and we'll do a drawing. And I'm hoping one of the Keene Trace ladies wins.
I know. Awesome. Well, thank you, Marcela. Have a good week, and we'll be in touch soon.
Bye, ladies. Thank you.